What's going on, guys? It's Monday morning. Monday morning. What's good? What's good in the hood? Yeah, got a couple stocks popping up right now. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. I'll let everybody get in here, get everybody started. We got to get at least 100 people watching before I start talking. So we'll give it a little time. Give a little time for everybody to get in here, get the stream started, get the party started. Get the morning started, getting strong. Let's go. All right. You can see this is the Trade Ideas Gapper scanner. These stocks that are gapping up today. These are all stocks that are gapping up. They either got news or they got something going on. So we're going to take a look at these stocks here in a minute. Once everybody gets in here, like I said, once I get 100 people watching, then we'll start hanging out. We'll start hanging out there, okay? Okay. All right. If you haven't already, don't forget, help a brother out here. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your uncle, your brother, your sister, whoever wants to watch a YouTube live stream, come on over. It's going to be a good one. Oh. Do. Y'all have a good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. I hope you guys did. I had an eventful weekend. I actually went on the boat on Saturday, and one of my motors, the lower unit on one of my motors ended up blowing up. So I got to pull the boat out and get that repaired now. So that's super exciting. I'm super excited about that happening. So great, right? All right, who we got? Where we at? How many people we got watching? We got 100 people watching yet? 63. Still not there. Come on. Where we at? Let's go. Let's pump up the views. We got to get 100 people in here at least. Minimum. Come on. What's up? What's up, Chuck? Chuck, what's good? James Lindsay in the UK. Nice. We're worldwide, baby. Worldwide. All right, so let's get going here. Come on, we're getting closer. I'm sharing it on all the social media platforms, letting everybody know that we're here, that we're live, that we're ready to party. MBOT up big today as well. It's up 42%. You can see, again, there's the Gapper scanner that we're looking at. Those are the stocks that are making big moves today. Let me make this a little. This is just a little too. Oh gosh, why is that doing that? How's that? That looks a little better. Yeah, a little better there. Okay. Number one day trade channel. There we go. I didn't say it. Somebody else said it in the chat. So, Sniper Wolfgang seems pretty intimidating. Seems super intimidating. I don't know if I can deal with that. We're not at 100. We got to get 100 viewers before I talk about stocks this morning, people. Come on. If we don't hit 100 viewers by 8:30, I'm just going to sign off and just go walk away and quit life, at this point. I mean, come on. If the number one day trade channel can't have 100 viewers watching the live stream in the morning, I mean, what is the point in living here? What's the point in even trying to keep living? What's the point? You guys see the move this weekend? I think it was Orchid, OTX, cryptocurrency went from like 18 cents up to $1. Crazy. Some crazy moves in the cryptocurrency space popping off the right now. Got Bitcoin. Bitcoin's I've never seen. I guess I've never really. Well, I've just never seen something like Bitcoin. Just literally, it's just been sitting. It's been between like 11,800 and 12,000 for what feels like an eternity. And you think like any moment, you're like, oh, Bitcoin's going to explode. Any moment, the Bitcoin's going to explode over 11,000. And then it's just like, or over 12,000. And then it just sits there. And you're like, what? 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 Yeah, Chainlink. I thought Chainlink was a whole, I thought it was like a scam. I thought people were talking about how Chainlink was a scam. I don't know. What's going on? All right, so here we go. There we go. 106 people watching. Now we can finally get going here. Let's talk about what's hot, what's not. Also, if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, hit the like button. Let's go. David Portney he started talking about Bitcoin on Friday, so that's always a bullish sign or a good sign. We want to see everybody talking about Bitcoin. So this morning, CVAC, big cap, gapping up there from $62 up there to 96, 95, 50 is the pre-market high right now. And looks like some other big stocks are making moves as well. LMPX, another stock. This thing popped up on Friday, end of day, after hours. And then so far today, we've got a high pre-market right there at $13. So LMPX, pre-market high 13. Looking at the daily chart here, why? You can look at that. People were always like, oh, that you support and resistance, it's all witchcraft, right? Technical analysis of witchcraft. Well, if you look back in June, look at the high on these daily candles, right? The daily candle high, 13, 12.94. The high this morning, pre-market, the high, $13. $13. So it's not magic. This isn't magic that LMPX popped up there and got stuck at $13. As you can see, support and resistance showing pretty strong there at the $13 area. So pretty much under $13, I'd say it's a wash at this point. Now, MBOT this morning, it's up 42%. Let's take a look at the news and what is going on here with MBOT this morning. If you're just now tuning in, here's the Gapper list for today. Welcome. How y'all doing? What's good in the hood? So if we take a look here at MBOT, what's the news? What's going on? All right, so we've got a 6.6 million share float. Obviously, that's a good thing. We want to see that float being small. Under 10 million on the float is always a good sign for a possible squeeze, possible some good price action there. And MBOT pushing up there, trying to get over $12. Pre-market high today so far is $12.02, and there it is up there above $12.15 now. So if you look at the news, what is going on with this stock? And I guess the news came out this morning that they had a successful study, animal study utilizing its Liberty robotic system. So MBOT obviously is a robotic. They've got a robotic system called Liberty. Got a couple COVID keywords in there, putting that COVID in there just so they can get that get the algorithms going, baby. Get the algorithms going. If you really want your stock to go up, if you want your stock prices to increase, all you need to do in today's environment basically is to put out a press release that has COVID in it. You put COVID in your press release, it's going to go higher no matter what you're talking about. You're like, hey, today I went out and I bought a coffee and I wore my mask because of COVID. It would be like, what? Well, it's going up in price. Okay. There it is up there at $12.20 now. Still squeezing here. MBOT on the, what is this? What chart is this? What are we looking at right now? What's the chart? What's the chart we're looking at here? This is the 5-minute chart. So 5-minute chart here on MBOT up there to 12.11. You can see here a nice little breakout of that overall little channel there. If you were watching that 1-minute channel there off of the VWAP. Look at that. I mean, that's just a beautiful setup. Come on. I mean, that's just textbook. Just textbook here. Look at that. What do you call it? That wedge, I guess, or whatever. That you can call it a fly. There's a million names, but you can see here. Bouncing Bouncing off the VWAP there on the 1 minute chart. Look at that little squeeze back. That's always just beautiful. Look at that from 1145 up there at 1190 on that 1 minute candle. The next candle there from 1185 up there to 1220. And now looking like she wants to push over 1225 here. Let's see. The high of this candle is 1225. Can she push? Or we're going to get a pullback here. Looking maybe a little overextended. If we can't hold $12, should look for a pullback here on MBOT. That $12 kind of needs to hold here just to show that the bulls are in control. We don't want to get stuck there at 1225 right here. The pre-market high earlier was 1202. So you can see that $12 area right now giving us a little bit of support if it can hold that 12 and then look for a push over 1225. MBOT, like I said, it's got a small float. It's got 3.7 million shares traded today. That's always nice. Always nice to see some volume, baby. Let's get some volume in there. Somebody asked, is this going to be another Kodak? I don't think this will be another Kodak. Kodak was a totally different deal. The whole Kodak move, if you want to call it that. And there's that $12 support trying to hold there. MBOT looking a little weak here. I think best case scenario here for MBOT is that this thing maybe pulls back again to the VWAP area, consolidates going into open. I think like the most powerful, the best setup really for like trading the open is if you can get a stock kind of like, let's say like MBOT, where you get a stock where it just consolidates and gets really tight going into open, finding a support area. You get that support area and then it just we get that consolidation. Give me like a 10-minute, 20, 30-minute consolidation right at a support area going into open. And then it's like off to the races, and then it's over that pre-market high kind of being that next resistance. So obviously we want to see a little bit of support forming, we'll say around that VWAP area, 1150. And then as soon as that support is holding, get that breakout to the upside, and you're going to get all the people who are going to be looking for that pre-market high break, and they're going to be jumping in there and looking for that push higher. I will not be taking a starter here on MBOT. No point in me doing anything right here just yet. Somebody said that LODE is moving here. LODE was on the scanner on the Gapper list this morning. You can see here on the Gapper list, got LODE. We got LMPX. We got MBOT. Pretty much, we got everything we've already really kind of looked at. I'm looking for stuff that's got a little bit smaller float. SONA has a little smaller float, but it's got no volume on it. So, Most of us are not privileged enough to trade pre-market. Who's not? Most broker. I don't. What? Huh? I'm pretty sure every broker at this point allows people to trade, I think at least by like 9 a.m. pre-market, right? Pretty sure everybody can trade pre-market. If you can't trade pre-market, you got a bad broker. You got a bad broker. So MBOT with that little pullback, trying to pull back here, pulled all the way down there to the 1172 after losing that $12 support, and we'll see if that's now kind of going to turn into a little bit of support. You can see there the highs of these candles there kind of like acting as resistance at the 1180 area, and you can see how MBOT pulled back 1172 there and bounced. So with that previous kind of price action there at the 1180 area, and that was enough to kind of give a little bit of support and try to push higher there. What's going on with futures? Let's take a look at futures right now. Futures trying to pop up here. The NASDAQ, the S&P, pretty much tick for tick going back and forth here. It's going to be interesting today. Can the market finally push above that all-time high? Can the S&P finally push above this, what is that, the 340 area would be, right? Well, not 340. Pushing above, 340 on the SPY and 3,400 on futures, right? Would be our over all-time high there. Is that what we're looking for? Right? Anybody? In it, buddy. Anybody? You can see, what was that? Yeah, 3,400. Over 3,400 would get us back into the to the driver's seat here in the rocket ship over that I keep saying pre-market, over that high there. You can also see what's kind of cool I have right now. I have this is the Optimus Flow platform that I'm using, and it's kind of cool. You can see there's a shadow in the background on the chart, and basically I have like an overlay so I can see what's going on with the NASDAQ, and I like to see some correlation, right? We like to see obviously some correlation in the markets, and look at that, a little bit more of a pop, trying to push up here. I'm definitely gonna be just kind of waiting. I'm gonna wait today just to see. I think if we can get, if we can maybe get over this 380 area strong, I'll look to kind of jump in there. The NASDAQ, the S&P right now, both kind of just squeezing up here, going into open. We've had a couple of little pops going into open before like that, but I don't want to be the guy who tries to buy the pop and then gets dumped on at open. So I'm gonna be kind of just sitting back here and waiting, and we'll see what happens from there. So still looking like MBOT wants to touch back down there to the to that VWAP, huh? Be careful, like I said. I want to see that pullback, maybe that consolidation. If MBOT kind of just keeps consolidating down here, stays below 12, this could be a lot better setup. I'd be worried if MBOT squeezed from here and just kept kind of squeezing going into open. It gives more room for MBOT to kind of get crushed there at open. So that's something to think about. We get a nice little consolidation. Maybe this thing kind of just keeps kind of selling off, get down to the VWAP, and then consolidate for a little bit. It's only 8:42 in the morning, so we still got plenty of time for some action today. So we'll keep this party going. If you're just now tuning in, there's the gapper list. We got LODE, MBOT, LMPX, and we haven't looked at XBIT yet, have we? We have not looked at it just yet. So we'll take a look at that here in a second as well. Well, let's see what's popping off with that here. What are you guys looking at? What else is popping off? What do you guys? What's hot right now? What's everybody focused on? How am I feeling right now? I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling okay. Every day's a battle, baby. Every day's a battle. But at the end of the day, we just got to get done. We got to get done what we got to get done, right? We got to get done what we got to get done. And today, it's we're here to make some money. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, everything's just been booming. My whole thing with Bitcoin at this point is like, if Bitcoin breaks out over 12, it's just gonna be a rocket. I don't want to say a rocket ship, but I'm thinking by the end of the year, Bitcoin, I'll say conservatively, I'm saying Bitcoin 15,000 into the year. End of the year, 15,000 conservatively. There might be a couple little pops, maybe back up to all-time highs a couple times. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but XRP, if you own XRP, go ahead and sell it now, because XRP is the biggest scam there ever has been. A lot of things that people don't understand about XRP is XRP has a massive supply. It's like literally a massive supply. If you didn't know that, and think about it, the same thing was like the penny stocks that we trade. When a stock or when anything has a massive supply and there's not a massive demand, well, it's really hard to move the price. So I don't know. I've always, literally since 2017, since Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, any of that stuff came out, I've always been bearish on XRP. Like literally since day one. I've never been about it. Now, I've traded it, but in general, I would never hold XRP as an investment long term. Whereas Bitcoin, yeah, I would hold it long term. MBOT battling here. Still looking a little weak. This thing still just needs a good pullback here. It might rally, it might rally here, but I think a lot overall would just be a lot better if this did pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so what do we got? Let's look at the list again. MBOT on top of the list right now. LMPX, this one looks like it's dead. CVAC selling off there and trying to hold that $80 area right now. It pushed all the way up pre-market, all the way up there to 94. Pre-market high was 95. Yeah, 95.50 pre-market. Now pulling back down there to 80. So interesting move here on CVAC. TCON, someone has talked about TCON shorted from 253 average. Well, congratulations. Somebody got a nice little short there. You can see the high 254. Someone in the chat said they got short at 253. Well, someone crushed it. Somebody definitely crushed it there. Congratulations. Don't be afraid to hit that tip button. You can leave a little tip there, just show some support for the little people out there. For the little people out there. MBOT. MBOT getting tight. Getting tight right here. Let's see. Is she going to hold? The VWAP obviously starting to creep up there as well. So I like it. I like that tightness. Still looking for that nice little pullback. INTC. What do I think about INTC for a long swing trade? This is what is this thing? What is this thing here? What's the news on INTC? Why did it gap down? Why did Intel gap down? From, what was it, just the news? Oh, was it because the Apple said they're going to stop using Intel? Is that why Intel got crushed? Anybody? I think somebody's got an answer for me, right? Come on. Why did Intel drop back in July? It was because, what, news? I don't know. Nobody has the answer. I'm pretty sure it's what it was, right? Apple's not gonna use Intel chips anymore, right? There is a that video with a link to my Trade Ideas scanner setup. Okay, it was a delay. Okay. There we go. So right now, still on the gapper list for anyone's wondering. We got LODE, MBOT on top right now. Somebody asked about Intel for a swing trade. I mean, obviously it's always, I'd much rather be buying Intel at 49 over 60, but I guess you really got to figure out what your overall idea with this stock is long term. Do you see Intel getting back up to the $70 area long term? I mean, looking at the daily chart here, definitely showing that we got support and buyers here in the 56 and the $50 to kind of $46 area here on Intel. But man, this thing has been volatile. Definitely been volatile. Crazy to see that. But I guess AMD's also been volatile as well. So you can see the difference. It's basically Intel dropping from like the $70 area, where AMD went to the moon. AMD went to the moon. Wow. Any reaction is an overreaction. Okay. Hey, maybe. I like it. I might actually, I might think about doing a little research and kind of putting my brain power into looking into Intel maybe for a long-term kind of hold. We'll see. What we got? OPK popping from 494 up there to 520. Sniper Wolfgang just snipered this one. Just snipered it. MBOT consolidating, doing exactly what we were looking for. This is good. This is very good. Very good. As long as MBOT can consolidate here above the VWAP, kind of hold that 1150 area, it should really have potential here to make a move. So that's looking good right now. Like I said earlier, the longer that this consolidates, the safer, the better the move is going to be as it squeezes higher at open. And right now, already popping up there again, trying to get through that pre-market high there at the 1230 area. A little bit of a battle there. This thing's kind of got to go. There it goes. Nice little pop there from 1180 now up there at 1240. Congratulations. I think somebody said they were a buyer at 1160. And you can see MBOT now up there at 1240. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Oh, man. Johnny Two Hands. Thoughts on Ross Cameron? There's a couple of videos on my YouTube channel that talk about Ross, so I'm not going to waste my breath. Up there at 1244 high now, so 46 high on MBOT. So congratulations there, Joe P. He had 1,000 shares, 1161. And look at that little squeeze up there at 1240. Like I said, I would still like to see some, better, longer consolidation there. So let's get that longer consolidation there before the big pop. Kevin Avery in the house. What's good, brother? What's good, brother? Brother, can you smell what I'm cooking? All right. All right. MBOT having a little bit of trouble here at the 1240 area again. Running into sellers there. Yeah, I do all my own editing. I don't pay anyone else to edit my videos. They wouldn't be able to edit my videos anyway because they couldn't understand half the things that I say. I have to go through sometimes and be like, what in the world did I just say? I can talk really fast at some points. James is waiting for the perfect short. MBOT. Chris is in MBOT at 1128. He's up $1. Nice. Okay. There you go. We got 66 likes on this video. 66. Come on, people. Let me go. 100 likes or I'm 100. I want 100 likes or I'm walking away. I'm out of here. Right? I'm just going to leave. We got to go. Let's go. There's somebody. I know somebody hasn't hit the like button yet because there's obviously 230 people watching. There's only 66 likes here. There we go. 100 likes. You all are the MVPs. Most valuable players. The most valuable players, baby. What's my average hold time on a day trade? The other time I looked at my statistics, my average hold time was less than a minute. Right now, 1240, having some trouble there on MBOT, pushing up there. Still, like I said earlier, I'd love to see a bigger pullback. I mean, let's get that pullback to that VWAP one more time going into open. This thing is right now looking a little overextended here on the 5-minute chart, looking a little overextended here, and just trying to look for that pullback here at some point. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback, just a little bit, just a little bit. You never finish where your trade idea scanner list is, huh? What? They don't have Dunkin' Donuts in Alaska? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with Alaska? I like your live more than Ross. Hey, I appreciate that. So there's the gapper still. We're pretty much already, looking at everything. Don't worry. If anything pops up that I think is hot, I will let you know. I'll definitely let you guys know. I won't go against you there. Futures pushing up there right now. Futures popping up there to that previous resistance here. Like I said, I'm kind of waiting to see if futures can pop over 380 today. Just kind of waiting. Looking like if you look at the bigger time frames, we're right at a pivot point right now. There's a pivot point basically right where we're at. So this could be kind of an area to turn down at. So I don't want to do anything just yet. Kind of wait and see what happens here with futures. No point in jumping in chasing that move. And you can see MBOT really, that earlier move, that consolidation area on the 5-minute chart, getting back above that VWAP there and then rallying up there at 1240. Beautiful little move here. Nice little move going there. So you can see kind of that channel there at the $12 area. So let's see what pops off here. Up there at 1251 is MBOT high so far. Pre-market high. And that VWAP creeping up there. That VWAP, it looking like she wants to get touched. That VWAP looking like she wants to get touched. You think? What do we think? You think VWAP gets touched here? Chris, new here. When selling, do you wait until open at 9 a.m. to sell? No, just I'll sell pre-market. Just depends on the price action. Right now, $12 holding here on MBOT. Can that turn into support here? That $12 area. I would love to see that. I would love to see that dip, that dip-a-rooney. That dip, baby. You saw my profits from the video. 1208. We got somebody in at 12. Avi's in at 1208. Can he get that push over the pre-market high here? Up there to over 1250 right now. Right there. Try to push. Chris, why do you hate on Ross Cameron? Who's Chris? I think you're on the wrong channel. My name's Patrick. My name's Patrick Wieland. This is Patrick Wieland YouTube channel. If you're looking for Chris, you're on the wrong channel. It's the wrong channel. There's no Chris's here. There's no Chris's here. Still, would love to see MBOT pull back to that VWAP. What's the last thing you check before you take a position? Normally, right before I hit that buy button, I'm looking at the time. Looking right at the time. I want to see where that candle, like how far along we are in that candle. So if that candle's showing us that support, then that's what I'm looking at. So is there any broker that allows shorting pre-market? Yeah, I mean, pretty much every broker. I mean, every decent broker, every broker that you should be using. Oh my, look at that. There's that drop. Can she touch VWAP? Come on, baby. The problem now is if we lose that 1180, we might get even more of a dip here. Maybe like 1140 area be a dip. Sorry, Chris. I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from? Who's Chris? Are you cheating on me? You're watching some other guy's videos? Oh my gosh. How did this happen? It's funny because right now on YouTube, there's probably like only 500 million people on YouTube right now streaming. Like every single YouTuber is streaming on YouTube. And remember, there's only a certain amount of people who actually care about day trading. So it's like pretty much everyone's just sitting around trying to get as many possible views on their live stream in the morning here. And it's just like everyone's just sitting around hoping and praying that they might get maybe 5 more viewers because everybody else is like, I don't know. Are you guys just all watching every single YouTuber at the same time? Like, has everybody just got Ross's pulled up? You got mine pulled up. You got every YouTuber live stream pulled up on YouTube right now. It's pretty funny. Like literally if I went on YouTube right now and I searched day trading live streams. Let me try it. Let me see. There's probably a million. There's like a million of them. Like literally right now, look at my YouTube. Like, all right, so we got Ross, we got Kevin, we got this guy. I mean, everybody's live on YouTube right now. If we search day trading, it's like literally, look, Boiler Room live. I mean, everybody's live. It's just like, what is even the point at this point? Let me put day trading live. We got these guys live. We got these guys live. We got these guys live. Everybody's live. Everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy. Trading Monkey. This guy. Everybody's live on YouTube right now. What am I doing with myself? This guy's live. This is what. Oh my gosh. It's mind blowing. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny how many people. This guy, he just streams his lives. He just streams his not penny stocks, but he just streams his trade ideas all day, every day. It has delay on it, which is pretty funny, but there's still 500 people watching it. There's more people watching a trade ideas. There's more people watching a trade ideas scanner that is delayed than there is people watching me. So pretty depressing, actually. So still LODE, MBOT, LMPX, that 1180 area trying to bounce here. No. Chris made $2,800 on MBOT. Congratulations. I'm happy that someone's getting rich around here because it sure ain't me. It sure ain't me. I missed the Ricky beef as well. Maybe I'll start up some Ricky beef again. It's been a while. I haven't talked about my best friend Ricky in quite some time. Bow, bow. Hey, Muhammad, only gonna watch me from now on. Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate that. All right, so let's keep focused on the stocks. What are you guys looking at? So MBOT right now, 1180, definitely showing support here right now. 1180 holding that support area there. The VWAP right there at 11. VWAP's at 1162. So the VWAP right there right now, right in that fine area, that fine line. I'd be afraid if 1180 can't hold here on MBOT. I'd be afraid to see what this pullback's going to look like here after bouncing 1180 multiple times here on these 1 minute candles. You got to get back above 12 here. We got about 26 minutes here till the market opens. Oh my gosh. Kyle and Lindgren. MVP. Hey, big thanks to Kyle right there. I don't even need to trade it today. I've already hit my goal for the day. I hit my $100 profit target with 0 risk. Amazing. Why can't it be that easy every day? Come on, you know. If one person donates $100 every single day, then I just never have to trade. I can literally just be very, very consistent here. All right. Anybody, what are we thinking? What do you guys got? Let me know in the chat. What are we thinking? MBOT, are we going to hold here, 1180? Oh! Look at that buyer. 1180 trying to hold right now. Oh! There's that 1180 pullback. Patrick, somebody asked me, what's the best way to get better at risk management? Well, I'm probably not the best person in the world to give you advice on that, since I just lost $9,000 the other day. So obviously my risk management is really not good. So I'm not even going to try to give you any advice other than, you just got to cut off your losers. The reason, what people don't understand is about the other day when I lost the $9,000 is I went into like a full just fog mode where I wasn't even looking at my P&L anymore, and I was trading 3,000 shares on a stock that was halting up and down a matter of $2 in a matter of seconds. So, it was a wild ride. It was a wild ride, my friends. Literally, it was me hitting a hotkey, jumping in, jumping out, cutting off, coming in, being up like $3,000 in a matter of seconds, taking profit, and it was wild. It didn't get any worse. You couldn't get any worse risk management than what I took that day. Taking 3,000 shares on a stock that was moving, $2, $3 in a matter of seconds. So, yeah, that was bad. There's MBOT off we're going to call that a VWAP bounce. I mean, that's pretty darn close. What do you guys think? You gonna give me the credit for that? Am I getting credit there? Am I getting credit? Do I get the VWAP pullback credit there? This hit 1170. The VWAP was, that was 5 cents. 5 cents from the VWAP there. I mean, that was pretty darn spot on there, I'd say. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say that was pretty darn close? Looking at the scanner again, looking at the Gapper scanner here, we got LODE, MBOT, LMPX going into open here. Keeping an eye on some other stocks as well that have lower volume right now, looking weak. We'll see if there's some action that comes in there. LODE, someone's screaming about it in the chat right now. LODE from $1.36 up there to $1.54 now, getting back above the VWAP and looking a little bit more active now that it's got back above the VWAP volume. You can see the volume spiking up here. Volume starting to spike up here. What do I think CVAC is going to do at open? Someone just asked me, Justin. I would say pretty much CVAC below the VWAP is going to be bearish. If it can somehow get back above the VWAP, maybe look for a long trade. But in general, right now, CVAC just kind of selling off, not having any real pops along the way. So think about that. OPTT just popped up on the scanner, and now it's got close to 500,000 shares traded, going from $1.16. Let's look at the news. What is going on here with this one, OPTT? I think is this the offshore? Yeah, Ocean Power. I knew that I knew this ticker symbol. I knew it. So news coming out. There's Ocean Power Technologies unveils its subsea battery solution. So this just came out this morning at 9 a.m. That's why this stock is popping. Let's kind of look through here, see what the big news is. So they basically just released that they have a solution for a lithium iron phosphate battery system with a storage capacity of 132 kilowatts an hour. Not 100% sure what that means, but hey, it's news. OPTT, Ocean Power Technologies, this morning. What's the float on this thing? We got a 17 million share float. So the float's not micro, but it's not huge. So there is potential here. There is potential. But again, you know, let's stay grounded, people. Let's not get too excited just yet. Let's not get too excited just yet. MBOT, look at that, up there to 1260 now. That was, I don't want to say it, but is anybody else in Ross's chat room right now? Is anybody else in Ross's live stream? Did Ross just buy MBOT here? Did he just buy MBOT for that first 1 minute candle to on that pullbacker? A little pull. I guarantee it. I guarantee Ross is in this trade right now. Look at that price action. I want to. Anybody? Anybody? No, he's not. He didn't buy it. Come on. There's a beautiful. That's just gosh. He bought it, didn't he? That was Ross right here. Gosh. You know what's funny is, how did I know, right? Like, how did I know? Literally, how did I know? So funny. Literally. Gosh, how did I know? Like, and you know what's so funny is everyone like talks so much, you know, gets so mad about like when I point out this stuff, but it's like, I'm not worried. Somebody says, why am I worried about it? It's not that I'm worried about it. It's just seeing, like, look at that spike in volume, right? Like, that's not, look at these moves. The spike in volume there, that's literally because somebody with thousands of people in a chat room bought right there. It's not that I'm hating on the guy. It's just literally just very simple. There's a reason that this squeezed right there. There's a reason. And it's not because the stock did it. And look at it now. Why is this stock pulling back after an engulfing candle? So everybody who wants to talk shit and say, well, it's because this was going to break out either way. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. No. It was not going to do that move unless somebody who trades a very specific strategy of buying that one little pullback and getting the pop. So MBOT, this is what I didn't want to see. I wanted MBOT to kind of hold that 1180 area and then look for the squeeze. I mean, that's the major difference. This is the difference between Patrick Wieland's live stream and Ross's live stream. Here at the Patrick Wieland Institute, I suggest safe entries. I suggest good entries. Ross suggests that you buy after he buys. The reason I did not buy MBOT off of the View app is I'm actually this week is it's like my intro into day trader rehab, right? This is my intro into day trader rehab. So this week I'm just really just kind of, you know, just no pressure. If I see something that's like amazing and I want to trade it, I'll trade it. But in general, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm in it. I'm just trying to be in it, you know? I was going to take a break. I was going to take a break for a week and not trade. But then I was like, well, instead of taking a break for a week and not trading and not making videos, why don't I go live on YouTube so at least I can hang out and talk to all of my favorite subscribers in the morning because I have nothing else to do. So, you know. Oh my gosh. Ugh. 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 Beautiful. MBOT. Huh. I think I would say that as long as MBOT can hold, can hold above that VWAP, it'll be bullish. But if this thing starts to sell, if this thing really starts to sell off here, I'd be very cautious at this point. And you can see already the selling pressure just stacking up there. I love that like 80. I love that like. I love that like anyone is ever gonna argue. I don't know. That's why I always wonder. I'm like, why does anyone argue with me? You know, like why does anyone argue with me? If anyone's gonna know what they're talking about, it's gonna be me, people. You know what I mean? It's gonna be me. Am I losing money right now? Nope, no losing money. I'm making money. I made $100 a day. My boy Kyle hit me with that $100. What do you even call that? A tip? Super chat? Yeah, if you guys are ever feeling gracious, you want to help support my frivolous spending, don't be afraid to hit that super chat. It's totally normal to tip your dancers. I am watching multiple time frames. I know everyone's always like, well, you're only watching the 1 minute time frame, but I've got other charts pulled up. I have other screens. I've got screens behind me. I've got screens in front of me. I've got other screens that I'm looking at here. And you can see why, look at that VWAP just really acting as a beautiful support there. Right now, VWAP kind of just acting as a good solid trend line there. But I mean, come on. Is that not the pump and the dump right there? Is that not that 5 minute candle? Look at this 5 minute candle. Ross bought at 12.20. Ross sold at the top. All of Ross's followers are still holding it, thinking, what in the world am I going to do now? What in the world am I going to do now? Somebody asked, why do I stand up when I trade? I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I think it keeps me active. Sometimes if I'm sitting down in the chair, I just feel like I'm just sitting there all day long and being really, really fat. And I'm getting fat either way. So I'm hoping that maybe by standing up, I'll get a little bit pump on, I don't know. I don't like the idea of buying MBOT here for this pullback to the VWAP because it's a different type of pullback, right? Earlier, we went, slowly. We consolidated into that pullback, right? This went from 1240 and slowly trickled down there. So this slowly accumulated, at that 1180 area where from this pop, we went from 1186 and then look how fast this drop was. So this is a different type of pullback. It's a very different type of pullback where, earlier having that pullback to consolidation area was bullish. That's what we talked about. We wanted to see that pullback, but now it's a different type of setup. OPTT, we talked about this one earlier. It's on the scanner list. OPTT right there. It's got 17 million shares in the float. Got some news this morning about a battery. They got their battery, I guess. They released a battery. The thing about the news is on OPTT, they released news about a battery, but I don't see anything that really shows that they've got some serious momentum here. There's no they didn't get a deal. They didn't get a deal or anything like that. So I'd be careful on OPTT. I'm not a huge fan of the news, but what I said earlier the other day. Right now, what do we know? What do we know is hot right now? We know that pretty much everything and anything that has like COVID attached to it normally is, getting those pops. You get the algorithms that see that, they read the news. That's normally what's been hot right now. That's the hot keyword of press releases. I'm just not sure that their battery technology is going to be big enough news. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm trading purely off price action here. Johnny wants to know, why do stocks go down after positive earnings? Normally, why stocks go down after positive earnings is very simple, and it comes down to forward guidance. So a lot of times when a stock, they'll beat the expectations for that quarter, but maybe they lower guidance going forward, or they sound, I don't want to say not so much bearish, but if they're talking on the call and they're like, hey, we might have some issues with supplies, stuff like that. If they start kind of sounding a little bearish on the stock, they'll just maybe cautious, then a lot of times that's why the stock drops. Or the stock drops because, there was one little number, even though they beat, maybe on a certain amount of sales and things like that, there's one little number that just wasn't the number that Wall Street, that the analysts wanted to see. So, yeah, earnings can be tough. Earnings can be really tough because even when you do all the research, you spend all the time, and you really, do everything you're supposed to do, if one little thing is not right, if one little thing's not right, then there's a good chance, that it just doesn't pop off. So, LOD, this is OPTT. You can see it's not liking that action. And there's MBOT looking weak. Who said it? Who said it? Who said it? Somebody said it. Someone on this channel said it. And this is why I'm here, people. This is why I'm here. To help you not do stupid things. Look at that dump. Ouch. Yeah, so the problem now is MBOT, the price action is looking very bearish. So we get these pops from 1180, and look at that dump. You're getting these pops, and look at those dumps. Did Bitcoin just hit 12,000 again? But it didn't break through. Oh! Bitcoin. Bitcoin popping up there, over $12,000. MBOT, now it's below the VWAP. Here. Let's look at futures really quickly before the market opens here. Kind of talk about what, like I said earlier, what my game plan is. I'm just watching this 380 area there. I want to see this thing get over 380. I don't really have any reason to get long here just yet. Like I said, this thing's right at a pivot point right now, right at that pivot point area. So this, this really could get that pullback here at some point, but we'll see if it does make that move or not. So what are you guys watching? Let me know in the live stream what you guys are watching right now, what stocks, what your game plan is. So we'll kind of have a little, we'll call it a fire. We'll just go through quick. Whatever you're watching, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Look at that buyer on level 2 on MBOT. Anyone else see that? 1160. Big old buyer there. What you guys got? What are you guys looking at? Work. WKHS. Look at this thing. Look at this consolidation on this thing. WKHS. That $15 area holding as support right there, basically. Look at that. Look at that chart. Ouch. That chart is looking weird. TCON. Someone talked about this one earlier. This one dumping off from this morning at 8 o'clock. Was up there at $2.80. And it dumped down there to $1.90. Someone earlier said they shorted it at $2.50. So congratulations. LMPX. These are all the top scanning stocks right now. OPTT bouncing there. off of the VWAP. Thinkorswim. Somebody said Thinkorswim is crashing, or it's crashed, or it's not working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys aren't stuck in that thing. If you're trading very volatile stocks, if you're trading volatile stocks and you're using Thinkorswim, I feel bad for you, son. You know, I feel bad for you. Party, this is Party City here. On Friday, made a nice little move from 210 up to a high. You can see on the chart. Look at this thing looking very cup and handily. This looks just like a cup, right? This looks like it wants to now create a handle and break above $3. That next resistance here on Party right there at $30. So this could be maybe a swing trade if this thing gets a nice little consolidation today. You can see on Friday going from $2 up there at $2.85. Pretty strong overall on the day, but kind of selling off there end of day on Friday. So we'll see if Party can keep that party going. Can Party keep that party going? You know, that's the question, huh? NIO this morning, a little pop up there. This thing's been bouncing around lately because of the whole Tesla news and things like that. Taking a look at JD here. Look at JD pulling on the 1 minute chart, pulling right back to that VWAP. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have the VWAP on your chart, you're doing it wrong. Right? You're doing it very wrong, because look at how clean and simple this is. This is not rocket science, right? This morning, pre-market, JD going from $64 up there to $66. Did you want to be a buyer at $66? No. Because why? Because look how far the damn thing was from the VWAP. And look at it. I'm telling you right now, these stocks always pull back to the VWAP. They just always do. Now, does that mean that you're going to miss out on trades? Sure. It'll happen. But in general, I'm just saying, like, in the bigger picture, the more that I realize it, that stocks will always pull back. They're always going to pull back. Like, they're just always going to pull back. Obviously, there's going to be days where stocks they're going to go straight to the moon, but the risk to reward is not there. So remember that. Don't go getting FOMO. Don't go getting FOMO. Don't do it. All right, so now MBOT is below the VWAP here, below the VWAP, and it's looking a little bouncy here. We got some support here, I'd say 1140 area, which kind of consolidated earlier before kind of breaking out there. So we'll see what happens going into market open here. See how many people can pump this. We've seen recently some good moves where we get these nice little dips that open, and then the stock reclaims the VWAP, and then it just goes to the moon. So that could be a setup today. But again, very, very cut and dry. Very simple here, guys. Above the VWAP, we are bullish. Below the VWAP, we are bearish. It's, there's nothing. Oh, God. Bitcoin dumped. What did it just dump from? Gosh, it's crazy. Bitcoin can just not get going here over 12. My thing is, like, who's sitting there? Who's selling Bitcoin at 12,000? Like, who's selling it? Like, literally, who's sitting there and selling Bitcoin at a 12,000? I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's the funniest thing. I guess there's just a bunch of whales that are just sitting there, and they're like, I don't know. Is that what they do? Like, who knows? Who knows? Thinkorswim on the fritz. Everyone's talking about Thinkorswim. I've told you guys before. Thinkorswim. I've got multiple videos on my channel talking about how bad Thinkorswim is. So don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Warn you. Warn you. All right, so we got about a minute here till the got about a minute here on MBOT till the market open, and right now just flirting with the VWAP area. That 1140 area, you can see support forming pretty nicely there. What about? We got that's what one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minutes. Was that 10 minutes there? Kind of bouncing here. 1140 area. I don't really have a for sure setup here. I would say maybe over $12. MBOT can get one more push. We got a pre-market high there at the 1272 area, and you can see how it dumped from that point. So let's see. Right now, futures are still right at that 78 area. Here we go. Market is now open. Let's see what happens here on MBOT. I'm watching futures as well. $12 acting as resistance right now. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Again, that 1140 area trying to hold. If that thing sells, it's going to get murdered here. It's got to hold 1140. You can see MBOT holding that 1140 right now. But getting washed through there. So MBOT, whoa, little fake out, little bear trap there. That's exactly what they just did. A little bear trap. You can see how that price action underneath the VWAP still looking bearish. So MBOT, like I said, below the VWAP, below $12. Thinkorswim, everybody's talking about Thinkorswim is dying on them right now. Well, my platform's working. Oh, man. MBOT. Ross really ruined this setup for us. He really did. Ross ruined it for us. Pumping it to 1270 pre-market when it should have just like, I think naturally MBOT should have just kind of consolidated here at 1180 for a little bit and then done a squeeze there at open. But instead, Ross Cameron decided that he wanted to pump it to the moon. Buyers, but looking like they're stepping in here. The battle is not over just yet. This is the first. Give it a first 5-minute candle to see where that first 5-minute candle closes at here. There's that more of a pullback. Muhammad's going short on MBOT. What else we got popping off? CVAC, you can see pushing up there to the VWAP, pulling back now. OPTT, not really doing anything here at open, and that's what I was kind of worried about. From $1.50 up there to $1.64. I should make a t. That would be a great T-shirt. Ross ruined it. The Ross effect. The Cameron effect. The Cameron effect. All right, so here's what's happening right now with MBOT, the possibility here. Now, if this thing starts to squeeze, like it's looking like it wants to do right now, if this thing squeezes, we could get a nice little short squeeze going here. So over $12, I think this would get that short squeeze to really percolate here. You can see that $12 trying to break through there. Sellers sitting there at 12. The shorts know that if this gets back above $12, they could be in hot water. So they're, whoa, trying to push here. Let's see if the bears can push it back down, try to bounce off the VWAP here. See if these shorts are going to be in trouble or not. Wow. They're trapping it both ways here. Both ways. Wow. Look at this is what's amazing. Look at they literally trapped the shorts. They let it break below that little support area. They trapped them. They squeeze it back up. They trap them above 12. And now the bears are trying to win this battle here. Look at this thing right now. It's just 11:20. The buyer's still trying to step in there and getting washed. Down there to 11 now. So got to be careful. Hopefully, does anybody know if I'm thinking maybe Ross might have jumped back in here on MBOT here at open, just thinking. Oh, it was Ross's fault that it made this candle. 100%. 100% this candle right here at 9:10. 100% this 100% was Ross Cameron. 100%. That's all that was. All it was. Right now, the SPY bouncing off the VWAP here. Looking at futures. Up and down, dipping around here. Having that resistance there. That's why I said I was kind of just waiting to see what happens here at open. That 380 here, 380 area here on open. You got the ES trying to squeeze through here. The SPY trying to make the move here. Up above, up to 380 now. MBOT looking like she's gone. What's up with load? LODE, load. Load going from $1.32 now up there to $1.74. This thing just popped up on the scanner as well. What is this? TYHT? TYHT? Why is it? It shows way different gap. Was this like a reverse split? Did THYT do a reverse split? Anyone know? No? Yeah, they did a reverse split. Never mind. That was the confusing part. Why that was making that move there. MBOT now below $11. And there's that little pullback there. LODE. You can see on that 1 minute chart. Getting back. This is what I talked. This is the exact setup that we talked about earlier, right? That exact. Look at this thing. Gets back above the VWAP after pulling back that support there. Gets back above the VWAP. Pulls up there to $1.60. Pulls back to the VWAP and then off to the races from $1.45 up there to $1.75. Like I said, fam. You gotta love that VWAP. You gotta love that VWAP. You know what I mean? You just gotta love it. Nice little move there from $1.45 up there to $1.78 there on LODE. LODE, I'm not in love with this stock. Just looking at the news and stuff. It's a mining stock, so obviously it's got news with gold and stuff. So we'll see what happens. It's got a little bit of a larger float too. Look at that level 2 right now. The price action, lots of action there. Looking at the scanner here for you guys, what's breaking out on volume right now? We got TCON, LODE, LMPX, and this stock here, QUMU. QUMU popping up on the scanner there. What's up with that one? QUMU. QUMU up above $5 here. Huh. Really low volume on this thing. QUMU has 12 million shares in the float. This is a live event streaming software and services market size. And I really didn't have like the news. It looks like they put QUMU inside of a press release that had to do with COVID-19. Looks like maybe that be the pump on it. Is why it's getting pumped like that. So interesting. CVAC, like I said, below the VWAP, looking bearish here. Below the VWAP, looking bearish here. So there we go. TCON trying to get that reclaim of the VWAP here. Going from $2 back up there above $2.25. So at a very key area now. It's got to make that move here. What broker do I recommend for an account less than $3,000? There's a lot of different brokers out there. You just got to kind of figure out what one is the lesser of the evil, I guess, you know. I don't really have like a specific one that I'm like, that's definitely the one you want to get. OPTT, like I said, looking weak, looking like I didn't want to trade it, and that's exactly why I didn't want to trade it. So futures still not really making a big move yet. We're still right there at that 380 area here on futures, so not really too worried about that. As you can see here, still right there at the 79, 380 area. So no real indicator to jump in for an action for any type of move here just yet. You can see that first 5-minute candle only moving by 3 ticks. So Not really enough price action to capitalize just yet off of a move. I want to give again. I want to give Kyle Lindgren a shout out for that tip earlier. $99, legend, MVP. If only I had 120,000 subscribers that were as cool as Kyle. Well, then I'd have a much bigger boat. Right now, LODE, we got a halt level coming up here. I got a halt level showing at $1.73. I'm not really sure why that's a halt level there, but it's showing there on level 2. And this thing looking like just might want to get pull back here. LODE got that VWAP down there at the $1.55 here. You got a halt level down there at $1.37 if it can't hold. If it does start to just sell off here, we'll see if LODE wants to touch that VWAP here. Seeing what the active stocks are today. MBOT, she's gone. We're not talking about that one anymore, or are we? TCON, is it going to get that VWAP reclaim for the break here? 225 acting as resistance right now. Trying to get moving here. Keeping an eye on the scanner for you guys. Don't you worry. I got everything. I got eyes on everything. I got eyes on everything, people. We're licking it. We're licking it hot. Keeping it hot. TCON consolidating right now at that VWAP area, that 225 resistance, trying to hold it down. She's looking like she wants to squeeze here. She can hold that VWAP and get above that 225. Pre-market high on TCON is all the way up here at 280. So we are obviously a little far from that pre-market high, but you can see right now TCON trying to push through that 225 area here. Really tight price action. Looks like overall weird. You got 4.9 million shares in the float, and this thing's just not really trading like that. The halt levels show up on level 2 on CMEG's platform. Well, which is basically just Dash Trader. I'm pretty sure I think Dash Trader across the board normally TCON just looking like there's just too much pressure. I think it's at this point it's just looking like a lot of sellers stacking up there, trying to hold it down there right now. It's got to get above 225 to really kind of break it out there. Looking like she wants to go. Look at the 5-minute chart here. Looking like a nice little bull flag here on the 5-minute chart. That's why it's important. Got to keep an eye on those different time frames. If you can hold this trend and break out here, get this bull flag over 225 here on TCON today. Good to see that the VWAP is kind of acting as support there. But like I said, this thing is it's trading really heavy right there. And just not looking like she wants to go. And you can see a little sell-off there. What's up with all the ads? Well, YouTube doesn't pay me per minute. They only pay me per ad. So I guess they're trying to get that ad revenue, baby. You try to get that ad revenue here. It's a free stream. It's a free live stream, but you gotta watch the ads every once in a while. I do like you guys. I know we're all friends and stuff. You know, I like you guys, but in general, I gotta pay my bills somehow. Thinkorswim can't even log into it. Sounds like everyone is having issues today with Thinkorswim. Wow. Oh, that stinks. CLPS just popped up on the scanner, halted scanner here. You can see breaking out on volume right there. CLPS, let's look and see what's going on here with this company. We've got a 4.9 million share float. There's no news? There's no news on it. Nope. No news on this stock, it looks like. I don't think so. Huh. So CLPS is halted here and squeezing from 360 up there to $4.30 now. Y'all gotta stop using Thinkorswim. You know, y'all gotta stop using Thinkorswim. You know, there ain't nobody's fault but your own. If you're trading, if you're trying to make money with Thinkorswim, if you're trying to actively day trade and you're using Thinkorswim as your platform, you gotta get away from that. Thinkorswim is fine for swing trading and things like that, but when it comes down to trying to trade volatile stocks and all that, I would stay far away. I would stay far away from Thinkorswim, people. Stay far away from it. I remember back in the day, a couple of years ago, I remember when SureTrader, there was a point where SureTrader, they had like 3 or 4 days where the broker wasn't open. They had to like close. They got in trouble and they weren't allowed to operate for like 2 to 3 days. So like all the users couldn't trade. And that was like back in the day when SureTrader was like really the only option for like offshore trading. And I remember like there was definitely a dramatic drop in overall volume in the small caps that like 3 to 4 day period. It was pretty funny because people just weren't there. I mean, at the end of the day, so Thinkorswim, their whole thing is like, okay, you get free trades. But what do free trades cost you if you're trying to make, let's say your goal is to make $500 a day and you're getting free trades, but you can't even trade and you can't even get in and out. I mean, there's no way in hell that I could trade small cap stocks the way that I do using Thinkorswim. It would be impossible. You just cannot do it. You just can't do it. And it's not I'm hating on Thinkorswim. It's just the platform is not built for that. There's not 1,000, but there's a good handful of brokers that allow you to day trade with different platforms. The most common platform is Dash Trader. So Dash Trader is what you see on my screen, and that's what I see pretty much everyone using. I'm using CMEG. I by no means recommend them because they are an offshore broker. It's not that I don't recommend them. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's money. All right. So if you go and you open a CMEG account and you have issues, that's not on me. Right. So I'm just putting that out there as a disclaimer. I don't get any type of affiliate. I have no affiliation with CMEG, but I'm just saying in general, if you open a trading account that's offshore, you got to understand the risk, right? You got to understand the risk. And, I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's, money. So that's what I'm just going to put it out there as a disclaimer. There's also, I think, TradeZero. There's multiple platforms that you can look at. Here, TCON getting that breakout, like I said, over that 225 area. Look at that, holding the VWAP there. Right in that area, consolidating. And you can see the squeeze out of that. Look at that last candle. Like this, I guess, should have been your indicator that this was time to rock and roll there. And up there at $2.30. What's the benefit of being offshore? So the biggest issue nowadays, obviously, the biggest issue nowadays is obviously PDT for a lot of people. So going offshore allows you to day trade under $25,000. So, and you can see now TCON, nice little move there over that breakout, that 216 area, squeezing up there at 232. And like I said, that pre-market high is still all the way up there at $2.79. So I did a video in the past talking about how a lot of times when these stocks don't get back up, when they can't break above pre-market high, normally they kind of just fade the rest of the day. So we'll see what happens. TCON here, is this going to be able to squeeze up there to that 280 area? I'm not sure that's going to happen. The volume, there's a lot of volume on this thing, but it just isn't moving. It's just kind of moving penny by penny here, and it's not really like getting going just yet. So I think it would need a lot more volume to really get going. There's 10 million shares traded. You can see this candle here had 831,000 shares traded, and it went from 216 to 230, breaking out there. So I'm not sure that it has the potential to get going here. So here's MBOT. Everyone just go ahead and thank Ross for ruining MBOT for us today. He really screwed it for us. MBOT got the Cameron effect. They got the Cameron effect here on MBOT today. Seeing what else is popping up on the scanner here. We got CLNY. CLNY up there to $3 now. So CLNY, I'm not getting too excited about this one either. It's got 471 million shares in the float. Yes, it's squeezing up, but it's how high can it really go there? Yeah, I don't know. How high can this go here? So the news on I don't really even see any news other than on the 13th there was news that the CEO bought 100,000 shares of the stock. So isn't that convenient? It's convenient that the CEO bought 100,000 shares of this stock back there when it was $2.56, and then now today it's $3. I mean, timing is everything, isn't it? Timing is everything. Did you guys see the news about Kodak? Kodak, insane. The news on Kodak where the CEO bought a bunch of options on Kodak, a bunch of call options on Kodak that were expiring like that week when all the news came out, and it was insane. The amount of just sketchy, weird stuff that happened, illegal stuff that happened in the stock market is so funny. If you guys remember, there was all of those senators and people who sold all their stocks before the whole like coronavirus thing happened. There was a list of senators and Congress people and politicians who ended up selling their investments like right before the market crashed. And like we heard about that for a little bit, but we never heard about how that ended. It was like kind of just like a, just sweep it under the rug, like just go ahead and sweep it under the rug there. So it's good to have insider information. It's definitely good to have. If you know the market's going to crash because there's a pandemic coming, well, or if you know that the USA is going to start shutting down businesses, well, it'd be good to know that ahead of time, wouldn't it? Thinkorswim. No Thinkorswim. That's why I've only got 333 people watching, because everybody can't trade right now because of Thinkorswim. That's why. BIMI this morning up there 215. This thing has been popping around and been making some moves recently, but looking a little funky here. We've also got FLUX, Flux up there to $4.85. Low volume on this one, 228,000 shares traded. So got some stuff going on here. We got some action. We got a little bit of action. Looks like Thinkorswim might be the downfall for us today. Look at Bitcoin back above 12,000. It spikes above 12. It crashes back to 11,800. It then spikes back above 12. Oh, you gotta love it. You just gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Looking at futures again here, you can see that 380 area acting as resistance right now. The overall market flirting with this idea of rallying. Got the S&P maybe possibly breaking above all-time highs this week. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's going to happen today. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's the day of the day. Can the market get going today? We're having trouble already. Not really pushing through here, so I'm still just kind of sitting back and waiting and watching on the sidelines right now. On the sidelines. I really got to go to the bathroom too. Oh, this always happens to me. I wake up in the morning, I drink coffee, I do a live stream, and then I got to go to the bathroom. I need a bathroom that's right here. You know, just sit on the toilet. Sit on the toilet while I'm on the live stream, you know? What am I going to trade? I'm not going to trade anything right now. Nothing happening. Nothing happening. Nothing happening. I'll tell you all one thing. One thing that I mean, I'm obviously not the best example, but there's going to be days where you're just not going to have a trade, you know? You're just not going to have a trade. So I think today might be one of those days. LODE up there to $1.80, pulling back now below the VWAP. You can see how it just washed. It didn't. This is interesting. It didn't just wash through the VWAP. It went from $1.80 down here. You can see that kind of bounce in there off the VWAP, little spike back up there, and then the sell-off. So again, you know, it's like, you know, if you were gonna buy, you do that. Tiger, are you using Dash Trader or are you using their web-based platform? It's hard for me to know exactly. How often do no trade days happen? I think it really just depends on your overall your discipline. I think there's plenty of days where I look back and I'm like, I just shouldn't have traded. You know, like that's really what it comes down to. Or I'm just like, I just simply should have not traded. All right, so for Tiger, he's asking about moving the charts around. I'm not really sure what he is having issues with, but basically I can just, if you want to move it off of the screen, what you want to do here is you want to click on the top. It'll pull up frame window configuration, and you're going to click pop out. And then once you pop it out, you can move it around on the screen and move it to other screens. There's actually a video on my channel talking about that. I'm using Dash Trader Pro. For anyone who's wondering, I'm using DAS Trader. Is it DOS or is it DAS? DOS. What do you guys think? Is it DOS or DAS? DOS or DAS? Anybody? What do you guys got? Why? Somebody asked, why do I use Dash Trader over or DOS Trader over Sterling? Really, at the end of the day, the reason that I use DOS Trader is because I've been using DOS Trader forever. So that's kind of why. Ross doesn't even use DOS Trader. What are you talking about? He's using Sterling. The Ross Trader, the DOS Trader. DOS is the boss, as in boss. DOS, boss. Boss DOS. We got this stock here, AKER. AKE popped up. AKER popped up on the scanner here. You got a 5.8 million share float. The volume looking a little weak right now. Not wanting to get moving. Not any news here. Recently, no news coming out. Looks like it might just be a little bit of a pump here. Oh, yeah. So what you do, look. Tiger, what you do is you go to configure on your charts, and then you go inside of this screen here, and you'll see it'll say margins on this little area right here. It'll say margins, and what you want to do is you can put that Y-XS margin, right? You want to put that Y-XS margin, and that will give you room there, and you want to put it to fixed margins. So that's why. That's how to do it. So there you go. You know, I'm just giving out tips here all day, every day. Right now, futures looking like she might have found a top here, that 380 area. I might look for, I think if I'm going to look for a futures trade today, I'd want to see like a pullback to that 60, kind of 60 into this area, that 65 level maybe. Might look for a pullback. Ross is the boss. I mean, that's what people don't get, you know? That's what people don't get is at the end of the day, I don't hate Ross. You know, I don't hate Ross. I mean, people get so like, you know, like, oh, you just hate Ross. I don't hate Ross. I just know that if I make a video talking about Ross, that it's going to get a lot of views. And no offense to everybody else, but I mean, it's just, you know, if I know that if I buy a stock when it's $5, and I know that there's a good chance the stock's going to go to $10, well, I probably would make that trade. So if I know that if I make a video about Ross, it's going to get a lot of views. And well, a lot of views equal a lot of money. What time frame do you use for your VWAP? I think it's pretty much just like the default. I don't really get too crazy with it. Yeah, so yeah, just no, yeah, basic VWAP. Thinkorswim breaking down today, boys. Don't you worry. Damn it. Thinkorswim Mobile's working, somebody said. Okay. Cool. Oh, what's going on with UBX? Because somebody has no charts. UBX getting crushed right now, down there to below $5. What's up with UBX? What happened with UBX? Why is UBX down huge right now? What is this? Oh, it's a biotech company. It's down 61% right now. What was the news here? Oh, fails first major study here. Anti-aging. Ouch. Not good. UBX raised over $200 million in the last decade. People like Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel, and looks like they really blew it on on their phase two trials. So not good, people. You can see UBX down there below $5 now. This morning dropping real hard. Look at that thing. Ouch. This is why you got to be careful about owning biotechs long term, because nobody wants to be an investor and to wake up and see that the stock that they bought at $10 is now trading below $5. Nobody wants to see that, and I don't even want to see anyone make that mistake. So Bitcoin up 3% on the day. Let's go. Bitcoin's going, baby. OPTT over pre-market high. Really? Wow. This thing's looking interesting here. Not really looking interesting. Oh, why is this thing top, bottom? I'm going to get a margin here. Give me that margin, man. 168. Still, I don't love it, though. I just don't love that that overall setup here on OPTT. Just the price action just does not get me excited. CLRO up there to $3. Low volume here. It's only got 160,000 shares traded. We got DMPI popping up on the scanner. AMTX popped up on the scanner here. We'll take a look at it. What's going on? No, AMTX, low volume, 39,000 there on that one. OPTT enter above $1.78. Is that your game plan? Okay. You can see at a resistance here on OPTT there at $1.78. Had a little couple pops and drops recently, and that resistance coming up there at $1.78. Wieland. How I know if any stocks is oversold, otherwise is being shorted. That's I don't really. That's not an answer that I can just answer. That's not a question that I can just answer. You know, I don't really. I don't really know. I'm using CMEG for my equities broker. The platform I'm using is DayTrading. LODE getting back above the VWAP here. Trying to make that move. We got a few stocks moving around here this morning. We got a few stocks moving around we're keeping an eye on, but in general, most of these stocks just aren't like really giving us a really beautiful setup in general here. So I think it's one of those things like maybe you can trade OPTT. Maybe you can make a little money on it, but I don't think the risk to reward is there. No, it's not. I really my focus now, especially like after, in general, my focus really is just like waiting to find a stock. Like I want to see a stock that I'm just like, I want to see a stock that it says buy. Like it's so like the setup is so good that I can't not buy it. That's what I'm looking for. For my trades. Because a lot of times I feel like I just overtrade and I just kind of take every little setup. So it's like, I'd much rather just wait, just let me just have a little, like this. I just want to see like ding, 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 ding. This time to buy kind of thing. Thinkorswim locked out. Gosh, feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but my broker platform ain't one. My broker platform ain't one. BIMI popping up there for the new high breakout there as well on the scanner. Up there at 230, bouncing off the VWAP there, 214 up there at 230. And, making moves. Making moves here. Trying to figure out, what I want to get going here. Look at BIMI up there at 234. Look at the volume. Got 1 million shares traded so far. Volume-wise, volume looking okay. We got a resistance area coming up there, 240. You can see BIMI drop from $3 down to 211. Gonna have a lot of bag holders, I would say. Gonna have a lot of kind of bag holders in this area. The people who bought up there at the $3 area are now just kind of like, they're thinking about just getting out. They're thinking about all they want to do is just get out, right? They just want to get out for break even at this point. So, got to keep that in mind. I definitely keep that in mind. Especially after that big drop there and now that resistance there at the 240s. But she's trying to push up there. She's trying to push up there to that resistance. Now, 240. BIMI, what's the... got a 3.5 million share float. News, no news coming out today. Looks like we might get a little squeeze going here. We got a halt level coming up 270 area. Hey, thanks, Craig. Appreciate you. Oh, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. Just want to put that out there. Everybody and everybody. Anybody and everybody. Everybody and anybody, I love you guys all. I just love everybody, man. Just love you guys. OPTT, again, up above the VWAP, pulling back to the VWAP. You can see here, these are the new high breakouts. See your stocks are popping up on the scanner. We got KIRK, BIMI. We've got AMTX there on the new high breakout. So we're always kind of keeping an eye on those stocks that are making new highs there. Because obviously if they're making new highs, that's a good sign. This thing here, CLPS, it got halted, it reopened, and it hasn't done anything since. You can see the volume just really non-existent at this point. So Yeah, no. You know. What was the yeah, UBX getting crushed there, down 62% today. Down to 64% today. What's up with the travel airline stocks? What's the news on airline stocks today? Why are the airline stocks down? What's Delta? Delta is what? No, D. No, wait. What's Delta's ticker symbol? Forgot. What is Delta's ticker symbol? DL? No. Damn it. What is Delta's ticker symbol? Come on, people. Wake up. Why is this so hard right now? Why can't I cannot remember Delta's ticker symbol. There we go. DAL. I knew it was DA something. D something. Thank you. Thank you. Delta getting down 3% today as well. What's the news on the airlines? What's the news? I don't really see any like news on the airlines. Oh, Buffett. I thought he already sold them. Didn't he sell them a long time ago? Got the stock here, GRWG. GRWG. What is going on with this stock here? GRWG, Grow Generation Corp. It's got a 27 million share float. This is a hydroponic store. I'm guessing for thinking like weed and stuff, right? You know, cannabis probably. I would say probably that's what it's for. Right? What are they trying to grow? CVAC still below that VWAP, and you can see from $80 now almost down there to 70. So if anyone had shares of short, looks like CVAC is looking to fill that gap. It got the gap all the way down there to the 60s, and looking like she wants to head that way right now. You got the overall market pulling back here. Still looking to see the SPY. I want to see the SPY just kind of dip a lot more than where it's at right now. So the SPY is now below the VWAP as well. So SPY below the VWAP. Maybe I'll look for a short here on the futures. Maybe there's a short play. We'll see if the SPY can push back up here a little bit and then get denied one more time. I'd like to see that kind of lower high, maybe here in the 337.90 area, right here in this, maybe a little fake out above the VWAP would set me up for a nice little entry there. So that's what I'm looking at. Looking at futures here. Don't want to just short into this sell-off. Looking for a push back up first to get short. If I'm going to get short, I guess I would say. Thinkorswim still broken. What are you guys doing? How do you guys make money with that platform? How does anybody make money with Thinkorswim when you can't even place a trade? How do you guys do it? I don't know. How do y'all do it? How y'all do it? Y'all gotta get a new broker. Y'all gotta get a new broker, my friends. This is what happens, right? You get your free trades. Everyone's all excited about having free trades, but look what happens. Now you can't actually trade. So much for your free trades. You know, it's like, what happened to your free trades? Oh yeah, well now they don't make any money from your trades anymore. So now the platform doesn't work. Huh. I will say that Thinkorswim, that TD Ameritrade, definitely has the best mobile app. So if you're trading on your phone, you're investing with your phone, I would say that Thinkorswim definitely has the best the best mobile app. Definitely in terms of the overall layout and usability, there's no doubt about it that Thinkorswim definitely has the best app. But I wouldn't try to actively day trade hot stocks, very volatile stocks on Thinkorswim. We got GRIL. GRIL just made a new high here. Grill. It's got 451,000 shares traded up there to 360 high so far. What would you recommend for under 25,000 to someone who doesn't want to use offshore and the fees? I mean, I would recommend to not day trade. That would probably be the best. That would be your best bet. If you don't have $25,000 and you don't want to go offshore, then really your best bet is to not day trade. I would say your best bet is to swing trade, which you could do with Thinkorswim if you're, looking for those setups. So at the end of the day, swing trading, day trading, it's pretty much the same idea. So like if I'm, for example, like if I'm for some reason I want to swing trade American Airlines. I'd probably at this point I would look for a pullback down here to the $11 area for a swing trade. So with swing trading, instead of looking at the 1 minute chart, I'm just looking at the bigger time frames. I'm looking at bigger time frames, support, resistance, and basing my trades off that. So that's what's great for small accounts. I just don't think it's possible to day trade without margin, without hotkeys, without a platform that allows you to day trade in and out, get quickly in and out. So that's one thing to think about. If you're doing that, accounts below 25,000 should be selling vertical options. Ugh. I mean, I don't know if I would suggest to anyone with an account under $25,000 who hasn't really spent a lot of time to trade options. I don't know if that would be a good play either. I mean, maybe if you really spent a lot of time and all that, but yeah, I don't know. That can be a dangerous, slippery slope there, my friends. Options can be great. You can love options and you can hate options. And my biggest issue with options is even when you're right, you're still wrong a lot of times. Like even, I've had options where I'm like, wow, I'm killing this trade here, but then I look at my options and my premium hasn't even moved. It's like, what the hell is happening? So that's the problem with options. Is the platform everything? No, the platform is definitely not everything. But if you're trying to trade a stock, like if you're trying to trade, for example, if you're trying to trade MBOT, let's say you're trying to trade a pre-market, and the thing goes from $12 to $12.72 on a 1 minute candle, and you try to buy it, like you're just not going to get filled on Thinkorswim. If you do get filled, the chance of you being able to get out quickly is again going to be hard. So it's like, I don't know. GDF, you have to sell the options. But don't you're selling naked call options, or like what are you selling here? Because if you have less than $25,000, you don't really have the equity to. You're not selling puts, that's for sure. So what are you selling? You're selling vertical call options. I'd have to do more research. Vertical spreads. Hey, if anyone wants to teach me the secret to vertical spreads, I'm all about it. Let's not do it right now, but if you want to email me, you can send me an email, and we could talk more. If anybody wants to give me the breakdown on selling vertical calls and puts, I'm all about it. And, I don't know enough about it to capitalize on it. RDEU just popped up for some reason, up there to $5.30 after going from $4 up there to $5.30 now. 200,000 shares traded so far on the volume. Now y'all gave me something to do today. Now I'm going to go and spend time researching and watching videos on YouTube. I'm going to go and watch videos on YouTube talking about selling vertical options. Let's see if I can figure that out now. And just what I need, something else to try to think about. Do you know of issues of CMEG? I mean, at the end of the day, the thing with offshore brokers is, it's offshore. So there's no obviously you don't want to have you don't want to put $30,000, on an offshore broker because there's no, there's no regulation to stop them from basically just taking all your money. Obviously it's not good for business, but, crazy things have happened before. So that's, Mark definitely had a good advice for anyone who's a new day trader who don't have $25,000. You can definitely look into trading the micros, the micro E-minis. I think the micro E-minis are a great tool. You can really kind of learn overall how the market moves. You can learn about support resistance. You can just learn about overall risk tolerance, risk management. Just learn about trading without risking a lot of money. Each micro contract is very, very, I wouldn't say you can't lose money. Obviously, you can lose money, but in general, the risk is much smaller because you're trading one micro contract, and each dollar move in futures is a $5 move. So that's something to think about. Have I ever had any issues withdrawing funds from CMEG? No. At the end of the day, it's in their best interest as a business to, help their clients. And like I said, I have nothing against them. I've never had any issues with them. But in general, we've got to understand that, there is still this looming dark cloud that they are an offshore broker. And, well, at the end of the day, there's a risk to that. So Bitcoin, come on, let's go. I've got so much freaking Bitcoin right now. Like, so much. So much freaking Bitcoin. Let's go. I'm not selling my Bitcoin ever. I mean, I'm just not. That's my new plan in life. I'm gonna just pretty much keep buying cryptocurrency and just instead of going out and spending $1,000 at the strip club, which is that was a normal Friday night for me. Instead of doing that, I'm now not going. First off, the strip clubs are closed. Secondly, I now am just, instead of spending $1,000 at a strip club, I'm going to just spend $1,000 on cryptocurrency, and I'm just going to buy cryptocurrency until I just have no money left and all my money is in crypto. And then I'm just I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully it keeps going higher because my plan does not work so well if crypto doesn't keep going higher, which, like I said, I'm still very bullish on crypto. What other cryptos are you holding? So basically I'm holding everything that's on. I'm not holding massive amounts, but I've got exposure to pretty much all the top coins on Coinbase, just because those are the coins that a lot of times will end up getting big pumps, like OXT, Orchid. Bought a bunch of Orchid back when it was in the 16, 17, 15 cent area, and it went to $1 recently, so looking pretty good there. Overall, I would never buy XRP. Anyone who tells you that XRP is the go-to crypto, don't listen to them. No offense to anyone who believes that, but I'm telling you right now, XRP is the worst of the worst, the biggest and worst crypto scam there has ever been. It's a 100% a fact. It's huge. It's huge. GRIL still pushing up here on the scanner, popping up there. Up there to 368, pulling back now to 359 at a halt level right now. Is it going to get halted? No, that's wait. Okay. No, 323 halt level. My thing is it's not, I don't really like any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. At the end of the day, I don't really love any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin for a long-term hold. So basically what I do a lot of times is if I'm going to buy cryptocurrency and let's say I buy an altcoin and that altcoin goes up big, I normally try to rotate that profit into Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my overall thought process. If I see a if I see an altcoin that has that's making big moves or things like that, I normally try to trade that and then try to trade those profits back into Bitcoin kind of for the long-term hold. So like for me, when I buy Bitcoin, if I buy Bitcoin at this point, I have no plan of selling it. I don't even talk about it. I don't even focus on it. Mike Fitzgerald, what's the point? What's the payoff? He doesn't get cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, Bitcoin for me, like I've talked about this a million times. Bitcoin for me is a hedge, right? Bitcoin is a investment on the possible outcomes. Right? So there's like, if you look 30 years into the future, there's what, 100 different outcomes, different ways that the world, works or whatever. My plan is, I want to own gold because gold always has been a thing. Gold's always hold value. So I want to buy gold. I'm going to buy silver. I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm buying guns. I'm buying ammo, right? So I'm buying those things as an investment towards the future. Now, does that mean I only own crypto? No. But does that mean I have exposure to it? Yes. That's the big focus here. So that's what I like. Yeah. And good way Jay said, he'd rather have his money in Bitcoin than sitting in a savings account. Obviously, I don't want to have all my money in Bitcoin, but I want to have exposure to it. And I think if you don't have exposure to cryptocurrency, if you're investing in the stock market, if you're trading stocks in general, and you don't have any exposure to cryptocurrency, then you're just missing out on this magical world. What can you buy with crypto? I can buy anything with crypto. At this point, I can buy literally anything. A lot of times I end up buying gold with Bitcoin, which is funny because I haven't done it recently, but in the past, I've sold Bitcoin, or I guess I've bought gold with Bitcoin. So, and that's the way I look at it. And also think about it, like if you look back 6 years ago, when Bitcoin was let's say when Bitcoin was $100, how many people told the guy who had Bitcoin when it was $100 that it was a waste of money, that it was going to zero, that it was a scam, right? How many people said that? How many people said it when Bitcoin was 1,000? How many people said it when Bitcoin was 20,000? I mean, obviously Bitcoin dropped from 20 down, $3,000 or $4,000 is a massive drop, but we've seen these bubbles, and overall, long term, Bitcoin has gone higher. Bitcoin has and will always be, I guess. Bitcoin is the biggest return on investment there has ever been. Really, like at the end of the day, if you would have invested $1 million in Bitcoin back when Bitcoin first started, like if you would have bought $1 million worth of Bitcoin when it was less than 10 cents, and 10 years later, I mean there is no investment that has ever been done in history. Buying real estate, buying companies, things like that. No, there is no investment like that. So, and the guy the first early adopters of Bitcoin, everyone laughed at him too. Everyone said, "Oh, you're an idiot. Bitcoin's a joke. It's going down, blah, blah, blah." And that's, I like to have a little exposure to the fact that maybe, one day Bitcoin could be the supreme being of currency. Look at CVAC just getting murdered here. Down there looking like she looked like below 70 now. John Wilson, 3-day weekend. There you go. Making Monday a weekend. Who would have known? How do you invest in Bitcoin? There's multiple apps. I use Coinbase. Coinbase is pretty easy. You can put $100 into it, $50, whatever. What's the percentage of Bitcoin in your portfolio? For my cryptocurrency portfolio, Bitcoin is probably more than 75% of my net holdings of cryptocurrency. That's also because I ended up buying a bunch of Bitcoin when it crashed recently down there to the $5,000 area. So that's why. And like I said, my plan, my goal, or my rule now is that I'm not selling Bitcoin ever again. I'm just going to hold on to it. I just want to hold on to it for like 10 years, see what happens. If it goes to zero, whatever, I lose a little bit of money. If it goes to $1 million, then I'm a fucking billionaire. You know, that's the way I look at it. So it's like I'm going to lose a little bit of money or I'm going to be a billionaire. What's the difference here? It's the risk to reward is way too good to not have exposure. That's what I tell myself, at least. LODE, load. Is load still doing something? Yeah, I just don't look at these moves. Like, this is not good. I just don't like these moves, my friends. I don't like them. James Lindsay getting the short on MBOT. Look at that. There's my boy. James Lindsay. Look at that. Now it's gonna crack below $10 here, James. It's going all the way back down to $8 today. It's going. How do you pay your Amex bill with Bitcoin? I mean, there's websites. You could sell your Bitcoin and then get the cash and then pay your Amex bill. I mean, I don't only have Bitcoin. It's not that I only own Bitcoin. I still have cash. I still have US dollars. I don't only live on Bitcoin. grow popping up again here. Weird, look at that one. GRO up there, 386, light volume, 182,000 shares traded. Not really doing anything to get excited about. Like I said, today is just one of those days, my friends. I think today is one of those days where it's just better to sit back and remember that not every day is going to be a day. You know, not every day is going to be a day that you should go hard in the paint. You know, not every day is a day you're supposed to go hard in the paint. I just don't like LODE for this reason right here, that it just goes up, it pulls back. It's just, I mean, maybe you could try to time it. Maybe you could try to buy these dips. But in general, the overall setup just is not there for me. So that's the way I'm looking at it for that one. So what does that even mean? B-I-N-O-D? B-I-N-O-D? Binoid. What does that mean? What is binoid? What is this guy yelling about right now? What is he going? What does that mean? I don't know. No idea. What does that mean? OSTK. Someone went hard on it. Let me see what was the move here. OSTK. Look at Overstock today. Wow. This thing getting that pop there at open, pulling back to the VWAP. Look at that VWAP. Look at that VWAP, baby. Look at that. Going from $101 up there to $107 on Overstock today. Beautiful. Beautiful. Congratulations to what was it? Fun for Toys. Nice little moves. Up 15% today. Overstock. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Isn't that just beautiful? Man, talk about a swing trade. If you were looking for a swing trade, I mean, come on. Look at this chart. This is the daily chart in Overstock, right? Look at this thing. Back there in March, April. Holy shit. Pardon my language, people. I mean, guys, look at this. Is madness. Overstock is literally madness right now. Back in March, Overstock was $2.95. $2.95. Insane. Literally insane. The options on this thing are, oh my gosh. If you had bought like end of year options on this thing, or if you would have bought like options expiring in August, oh my gosh. The move would have just been I can't even think about it. I can't even think about it. Delta down there, $28. I like Delta. You know, I might look to buy Delta down here if it get. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm always greedy here when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I would love to see Delta maybe down there at the $20 area. You know, $20. I don't like it where it's at right now. I'd rather it pull back more. My problem now as a trader, you know what my problem is in life? Is I look back at like March and I'm like, holy, the stocks that I could have bought in March that I didn't buy, it's like, do I really want to buy the same stocks that I could have bought for a massive discount in March? Do I want to buy them after they went back up 100%? Probably not. Probably not. But wow, just crazy. This one has been a big mover as well. TQQ, this is a 3 times ETF for the NASDAQ. Talk about rocking and rolling from $35 back there in March up there to $130 today. And I talked about this one during the crash as a stock that I definitely want to buy. And I ended up buying TQQ here at the $40 area and selling up there in the 70s. And look at it now. I knew it would keep going, but I don't know. Honestly, I thought the market was going to kind of do this. It was going to go up here and then kind of sell off one more time, but it just kept going higher, so it just won't stop. NCLH is another one that I'm holding long term, and just kind of, I'm looking to buy more if it can get down here like in the $10 area. Like I said, I made a video talking about this one, NCLH, kind of buying there at the $20 area. It's a long-term hold. If it goes back up, it goes back up, but I like to see maybe more of a pullback, and this $10 area would be my next kind of buy on this. I would like to buy down there at the $10 area, so that's kind of what I'm just kind of sitting back and waiting for. No real rush. You can see right now on the daily chart, it's below the VWAP. We had some nice pullbacks at the 13s. Maybe I should have nibbled there a little bit, but I was kind of just looking for that $10 area, and I'm going to kind of sit back and kind of have that same focus going forward. Tesla now. Wow, look at this thing. It's up 7.8% today. What? It's madness. Like this market right now is just madness. It's literally all it is. This stock market is just madness. It's just madness. Literally, Tesla up there. How does Tesla go up 8% in a day? You know, it's just, you gotta love it. You just gotta love it. So much, you know? Apple sold off pretty hard this morning from 460 down there to the 457s. Still watching futures right now. We're just kind of jumping around. I'm not seeing like anything looking too exciting. If the futures, if the SPY can rally here, maybe over 338.13 area, and we can get kind of a breakout, I might look for kind of an option at that point. But right now, just kind of sitting back here, and it's 10:40 in the morning. Market looking a little heavy here in general, but wow, there's some. This like overstock. Ugh. It's madness. It's madness. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, madness. Literally madness. Insanity. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of walk away at this point. Market looking a little slow for the small caps and not really seeing anything else looking too hot right now. So scanner looking pretty dead. Not a lot of stuff popping up on the scanner. That GROW was really the only thing that's like been popping up there in the last 10 minutes. So on that note, overstock nuts. So if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. I'll be here. Make sure you guys come. Let's go tomorrow morning. We're going to do it all over again. We're going to call out the pumps. We're going to call out the dumps. And we're going to get on that hot profit. If you guys haven't, like I said, if you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm always posting up videos and going live and doing all that fun stuff right here on YouTube. And it's all free for you guys. It's all free for you to check out at your easiest convenience, you know? So there it is. Hey, Jeffrey, I enjoyed hanging out with you too, my friend. So I'll ride off.